Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Live Life in Tarot. Thank you so much for being here. So glad you could make it, and I hope you're all doing well. Sagittarius, this is going to be your messages for the month of March. And these messages are also timeless. So these messages will apply for whenever you view this, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, let's get into your messages. There's some stuff here that needs to be unpacked. Let me just warn you now. I do feel that some of you will feel triggered by the messages that are coming through here. Listen, I'm only the messenger, okay? So, here we go. First of all, Sagittarius, the card that popped out is the Five of Pentacles, okay? So with the Five of Pentacles, there's some sort of lack or negative changes, a feeling of being out in the cold or not being cared about. There's this, some of you could be dealing with issues around money or things going on in your world where you're experiencing some difficult changes that leave you deprived or lacking. This is an energy of lack. Some of you are focusing on how to change things or how to, replenish or recover. Some of you are struggling with that. And you also have, as the overall energy is the Eight of Wands. So this is, you are getting, or there is communication. There's this fast-paced energy that's happening. You may have a few things coming at you. Some of you are speaking to your mother, or your mother is speaking to you, or you may be on the outs with your mother, or your mother may be on the outs with you. Some of you are struggling with parenting because it's a lot of responsibilities. Some of you are seeing progress with your mother, where if you weren't on speaking terms, it's starting to be, or I do see that there is some sort of ups and downs with the Wheel of Fortune, where there's some sort of changes and shifts that are happening that either are expected or unexpected, or that you are causing or trying to cause, or that is happening to you by someone else. I do see you trying to manage and see how you can go with the changes, or perhaps even force some changes with this Emperor energy. Some of you could be dealing with authority figures, or a boss, or controlling energy, or you could be dealing with a masculine. This could be someone older. Some of you may be a boss or dealing with someone who's bossy, or you could be bossy, or you feel like someone is bossy. Since the Emperor is looking over at the Empress, you may feel that a mother figure or matriarch is bossy, or you may be being seen this way. There could be something to do with parents, mother and father, both looking at, and well, the Emperor is looking at, the Empress is kind of just looking past things, or looking through things, or just has another focus perhaps. But it looks like this, you may be trying to focus, or who you may be in a relationship with someone who is doing all the managing, or you are doing all the managing. But there is it seems like the Emperor may be experiencing heavy responsibility. There may be some sort of dictatorship that's happening here too. For some of you, this is you bossing up, or someone is bossing up here, or needing to. the Emperor focuses on building and protecting and dominion, so that energy is happening here too. But there's definitely an energy of control. The Empress is also an energy of creation, expanding. It's also an energy of self-worth. So there may be a focus on self-worth. Some of you, you may be being more disciplined, or you may be being the one that's carrying out discipline. With the Empress, there's something that is being nurtured here. There's a focus on care and progress and growth. For some, there is a focus on controlling something or managing something, the growth of something, and changing it, either to decrease it or remove it or to expand it. It seems to be just some ups and downs either way, no matter what this is. With this Two of Wands, there's planning, but with the focus of dominion next to that Emperor. Seeking to dominate. Some of you may be at a crossroads, or some of you are trying to, manage your world, or some of you may be trying to manage someone else's world, or both. You may be watching for something, waiting for something, or at a crossroads. The Two of Wands speaks to duality, where a choice is being made or has been made, or there's a pause before this choice, or there's some sense of trying to get direction or create a direction for yourself or with something else or someone else, or this towards you. Then we have the Fool. So for some of you, there is some rebellious energy here. For some of you, there is leap of faith energy, freedom energy, change energy, new start energy here with the Fool. For some, the Fool is inexperience. For some, this is bold. For some, this is taking on and being the caregiver, or you may be caring too much, or perhaps you feel, or someone should be caring less. But with this Fool energy, Spirit is trying to get the attention of this Fool. Someone may be exhibiting foolish behavior or being reckless. There is a focus on relationship, or a couple of relationships, or several. With the Two of Wands and the Eight of Wands, there is this focus on wanting victory, recognition, or acknowledgement, or success. Or there's pride here, ego, attention seeking, or very much giving a lot of attention to something or certain things or certain people. Perhaps more than you should. I'm also hearing have a right to. Also with the Eight of Wands and the Two of Wands, this speaks of burden, overwhelm, taking responsibilities, taking on too many responsibilities. For some, focusing on relieving yourself of the responsibilities. This may be multitasking or delegating of tasks, or removing tasks from yourself or from someone else. But the Fool is also speaking of freeing yourself for change or freeing someone else. But there's an energy of speaking to coming from a place of purity or to purify. The Fool is also speaking to ignorance. So, we have the Ace of Swords here. This is your energy, Sagittarius. The Ace of Swords speaks to clarity, truth, communication, thoughts, new thoughts, okay? Cutting something out, severing. The Ace of Swords has a double-edged sword to it, right? So this could be painful truths, or cutting at something that has some pain associated to it, or where it's abrasive. This is realization. This is a focus on breakthrough and truth. This is a focus on words. Now, for some of you, you are communicating or starting to communicate or looking to communicate, or just speaking your truth or standing in what is your truth. This is clarity. Now, okay, bear with me, because what I'm also seeing here is that there is some sort of dysfunction or some sort of shifts here that are either induced or provoked. Spirit is presiding over this with the Empress, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor. There is this something to do with the masculine and the feminine, healing that, or needing to heal that, or there's an attack on that. Or wounding. And with the Fool here, so there's a lot of major arcanas here. Now, what is also happening that I'm seeing here too is there is some spiritual warfare here. With the Five of Pentacles, for some this may be a change in faith, or coming into faith, or there's issues around faith. For some of you, this may be a battle of the mind. But there's some sort of delinquency or lack, or some sort of negative change or loss that was experienced or devastating in some way, that is either still happening or recovering from, or still trying to recover from it. This looks like some sort of spiritual attack that has happened, perhaps either to you, Sagittarius, or that you may be, I don't know, this is so like, this is a lot, Sagittarius. This is a lot. This is a lot. I see that there seems to have been some sort of changes that have been negative, or just as a result have left you out in the cold, or left someone or others out in the cold, or whoever this is all involved. This looks like it's definitely to do with family. This may be a specific connection between you, Sagittarius, and your partner. What I'm also seeing here is, for some of you, there's some sort of negative change or imbalance here. There may be a mother figure being spiritually attacked. This could be you, or This is, or maybe this is someone else, but someone is being, with all these wands and with this Five of Pentacles, there's like this, someone may be targeted, or there's a spiritual attack, or for some this is around spiritual practices, but with a focus of change, right? Or shifting something, or to, because something was thrown off, or perhaps to throw someone off, or to find alignment. For some of you, someone may feel lost and trying to find themselves. Someone may have found themselves after being lost spiritually, and there may be some dogma, or like there may be some sort of discipline, or being more disciplined, or very disciplined. This here is like a single focus, like almost tunnel vision. This is order and authority. Taking authority. Some of you, you're dealing with authority, but there's this intent or focus, a plan to dominate, or a plan to, for some of you, to thwart plans, or where someone's thwarting someone else's plans. I don't know where you fit in this, Sagittarius. But there is this intent to change, a start fresh, or bring something to zero. I say this because you also, Sagittarius, you may be coming into a lot of information processing, information seeking, information getting enlightenment, or seeking enlightenment here, or someone may be like this towards you. Someone may be forcing their will here on another. There's just this kind of this energy of projecting here, or having just really determined. Now, like I said, I say that because why I say spiritual warfare, we have, for you Sagittarius, the fog of war. It says parts of the game world are hidden or out of sight. Players have to explore, investigate to see more. So this speaks to the spiritual warfare, the unseen, right? The fog of war, not seeing clearly, or trying to see clearly, or trying to, and here someone's holding a sword and cut something out. So there may be some sort of, someone may be throwing energy towards you, or vice versa. Someone may be trying to energetically cut something out, or come in as an intervention, or think there needs to be, or is being that. This is you, or it's coming towards you. It could be both ways here. But it looks like there's a spiritual battle being fought here, or that either was fought here. Okay. And it's around words. Distinct, meaningful elements of speech or writing used to form sentences. So there's a lot of words here, a lot of thoughts, a lot of speaking, a lot of writing here. Writing words. There may be the writing of prayers. For some, this could, I have to say, this could have something to do with listen, this looks like to deal with spiritual attack, or beyond the attack, or there's an attack here. But it's creating division, dividing, splitting, and quotient. So the spiritual attack may be to divide something, or again cut something out with the Ace of Swords, and this may be you doing that. You may be fighting back, or you are waging a fight, or you have a cause, or you may be trying to effect something. I also am hearing not eating. So some of you may not be eating. This may be by choice. Or you're just eating less, or maybe you're not eating as much. Maybe you're noticing that, but there's some sort of division. There's the dividing of, or trying to reduce something or move something away, or there may be division being caused that's of a spiritual nature within relationships. There may be something to do with belief systems. There may be misguided beliefs at play here, or as a result of beliefs or changes in beliefs, it is causing division in your connections, or there's an energy of being shunned or shunning. Now, there is the karmic partner and reinvention. So I do feel that, Sagittarius, you may be reinventing yourself. Perhaps you you may be changing your ways. It may be just as simple as you trying to change your ways, or you're changing your ways, or for someone else to change their ways, or trying to change their ways, or having trouble with that, because you do have karmic partners. So something or someone is or has been or is being perceived as karmic in nature. Okay? Or showing up with karmic behavior, or not seen as, standing in their divinity, or being divine feminine or divine masculine, or both. And perhaps either someone's trying to reinvent you, or you may be trying to reinvent someone else. And it feels like it may be imposed. Possibly. Like just intrusive or invading. My question is permission here, or has there been no permission here? Because I'm going to leave it at that. Now, I'm also seeing here that we have, now here was so astonishing to me, is that, shuffling for these energies, they came out two at a time. What's interesting is the first two that came out, you have God, which is the archetype, and then you have Judge, which is shadows. Now that's crazy to me, because those are opposites, opposing each other, right? One is in a low vibration and one is in a higher vibration. And so this is happening simultaneously. I feel like someone is there's some sort of being judged, or being a judge, or being judgmental. There's a difference between conviction or what am I trying to say here, Spirit? What do you want me to say here? It's like oh, okay, yes, thank you. Like with judge, there's a difference between conviction and condemning, right? With God, as the God archetype, this is like faith, or stepping into your divinity, or being godlike. But then it is with the judge, being godlike and judging of others, or this is being done to you, or this may be happening, you know, in a dynamic between yourself and someone else or others here. So like being judgmental, being there's an air of closed-mindedness here, possibly. Well, no, it is, because you also have here, these two cards came out too, right? So Lover and Assassinator. The Lover is the archetype and the Assassinator is the shadows. They came out together. So it's like as if someone is being a love, like operating from a place or space of love, or that's the idea, or that's where it started, or that's how it's coming across, but it's also, which is of a good vibe, you know, the higher vibration, but the lower vibration is happening here. This in the shadows. This is an assassinator. So this is the, you know, assassinating that which you are supposed to be loving or showing love to. This may be happening to you, or vice versa, Sagittarius. And so there's definitely a shadow, low vibration energy here, and there is light here. There's some sort of struggle or battle here. And I was like, I need to know more. Like, what is going on? And here we have the shadow self. So either you or someone you're involved with or dealing with, or who this pertains to, is in the shadow self. Okay? For some, you're dealing with, or you are, all right, take it or leave it, okay? I don't want to hear shit about this. I'm just bringing the messages. The shadow self is someone is operating with divine or how's like the standpoint of divine, or in this quest of divinity, or struggling to be become a divine feminine or divine masculine, or struggling with someone else about divine feminine, divine masculine, but somebody is coming from a shadow self place with this, where this, or someone is seeing someone in a shadow self place, or they're struggling to make this transition, or whatever's going on with this transition. There's still this matter of the shadow self that is present, and we have a female here. Okay, so this could be to do with feminine energy, or someone in particular that is a female. So it's like someone may be lost and finding a way, or, and got lost again, or someone is finding their way and got lost and trying to find their way again. It's something like that. Or someone may be trying to have something to do with that. This could be you, or, you know, vice versa. And so I wanted to know more. And what we see here is 4 cards came out, and you have Rash Boy. Someone is being rebellious, or being seen as rebellious. Someone is fighting, struggling with something here. Okay. There's an immaturity here, impulsive energy here. This is like anger, upset. This could be to do with a Rash Boy, or someone is in this energy or operating from this energy. Perhaps you are, or someone is coming out of this energy, because you do have the person in charge. And so this is taking authority, or being an authority, or someone is trying to take authority about someone that they think is being rash. is unruly. But the rash boy is young, so there's an air of immaturity. Again, that inexperience, naive. You know, not knowing everything or knowing it all. Or thinking, or someone is being a know-it-all, or thinks they know better than somebody else. Because you do have the person in charge. So someone is trying to, again, with that, you got that Emperor energy coming through twice. Somebody is trying to take control, manage this, or take authority. This is either you or vice versa, or and then we have meetings, unfavored, and then hurtful gossip. So there is an issue with the meeting of the minds. There are disagreements with belief systems or understandings. There's hurtful gossip where someone is getting hurt, at least two people, or there's a group of people, by what is being said or the accusations that are being thrown, or with how something is being perceived. There you got the 20, that judgment. Someone's feeling judged or ridiculed, or doing the judging and ridiculing here. And seeing themselves as an authority when this may be an abuse of power, or this may be misguided. Now, you also have, I wanted to know more because, like, what's happening? You also have here the stork, the coffin that came out, the woman, but this is a young woman here. And then you have the fox. So there is a woman, a young woman in this, Sagittarius. Somebody is a young woman here that is a manipulator here, or that there's some deception around this, or that there's this trying to be clever or cunning, trying to head something up, trying to finesse something, or that this is just this is someone to stay alert to. Whoever this is, I hope this isn't you, because this is about someone trying to make changes as a result of changing and ending things, or trying to end things, or trying to cancel something, or there's a detachment happening, or trying to create a detachment, or a detachment is happening as a result. And then there's some sort of negativity around this. Again, that low vibration energy. Remember, we had the two cards here, God and Judge. And then we have Love and Assassinators. Somebody could just have a self-righteous standpoint and really think their shit don't stink when it do. I'm just saying. Or this could be the purge. But something's going on here. Sagittarius, what in the fuck? So then I wanted to know more because, okay, let's go here. Right? Now, you got somebody's feeling unwanted. There's a conspiracy brewing here. So that means something ain't right. And as a result, there is somebody or bodies, because there's several people here feeling unwanted here. Okay? Because someone may be in their ego, or as a result of what's going on here, people are getting burned by behaviors and attitudes and beliefs and conduct here, or being shunned, or there's, you know, the relationships are being lost or broken down here. Now, I wanted to know more. So you had several cards that came out, okay? So Sagittarius, you have be careful with sudden infatuation. So there may be something, you may have, for some of you, this may be you coming to some sort of belief or knowledge or spiritual practice. I don't know, but or there's something that just someone may be infatuated with you, or you may be infatuated with someone else, or this may be going, you know, vice versa. I don't know, but this is saying be careful with sudden infatuations. Okay, because look at that. That looks like trouble. That looks like trouble. There's some problem here that is happening. And it can be around the home. But again, this even looks like spiritual warfare, right? And then you have hell is only a state of mind. So some of you, you know, you may be going through hell in your mind about this or about someone else, or someone could be putting you through this. Some of you, this could be someone has been living in a hell in their mind and, you know, been trying to get out or haven't been able to get out. This could also be mental illness too. This could be mental illness. I'm seeing mental illness here as well. For some of you, because it says hell is only a state of mind. So there's issues around the state of mind for someone or maybe a few people. You have meditate and seek a spiritual path. So Sagittarius, you may be meditating and seeking a spiritual path, or you may be you may have gotten off course, or you're trying to get on course. This is like this energy of finding your way. Also, be careful of who you want to use discernment with, you know, who you turn to for spiritual support and leadership, right? For some of you, you may be trying to find your spiritual path, or there's a struggle with this. Just something is going on. Maybe something is going around here. For some of you, there may be a need to really meditate on the spiritual path you're on, because that something may be distorted, or that this speaks to this somewhere in here there is some misguided beliefs for somebody somewhere. There may be differences in beliefs, and this may be also a fight that's being carried out energetically. You have don't turn your back on a friend. So for some of you, again, you got that Five of Pentacles energy. For some of you, you feel like someone's back is turned towards you, turned away from you, or someone is feeling like this about you. But it's somebody that was once a friend, someone that you had a connection with, someone you cared about. And now this has changed. Someone has caused some sort of change, some sort of division as a result of a belief or a change in belief or being rigid because of someone conforming, or the lack of conforming, or trying to get someone to conform, or because someone has conformed, or all of the above. You also have, there are two ways of seeing things. See, yeah, differences of beliefs and thinking. And so with this saying two ways of seeing things, that means somebody is seeing something only one way, or the only way, when everything is about the world is made up of more than one possibility or option. There is truth, but there's a lot of truth, right? But someone is, yeah, somebody or everybody is only seeing something one way, when this is something where there may be two ways to look at something, or there's an inability to look at things from a different perspective, or someone refuses, or just can't, or won't. Then you have spend time in conversation with family. So for some of you, this is issues concerning family, where this is leaving, causing division, where you're not speaking, you haven't been speaking, or you're not speaking as much. You may not even know how to speak to each other. You also have, don't waste your time arguing with fools. So you got that fool energy. So for some, somebody is looking at somebody as they're the fool, and vice versa. And so it's like they're not going to waste their time. And some are not, just like, distancing themselves. Others are like, well, I'm just going to, do my, do some spiritual warfare, or, take it to the, I don't know. And so what else this is around here is, we have book knowledge. So someone is exploring a lot of knowledge and information, or there is a need to explore and get more knowledge and information. The book of destiny. So someone is trying to find their way, or someone believes they found their way, or someone may feel like someone else has lost their way. And then we have prayers, smoke. So remember, spiritual warfare. There's a lot of praying, projecting, spiritual attack, spiritual defense, a spiritual battle here. You see there's smoke, where there's smoke, there's fire. Someone's trying to pray something into a situation, or pray something out of it. Just trying to, someone is willing something energetically, or through spiritual practices. And then we have palmistry, interpretation. So this may be something where the differences is someone may be okay. For someone is utilizing divination practices, and there may be differences in beliefs, because someone else doesn't believe that, and they have their own, and now there's a problem, right? But what we have here is ingrained trauma, breaking habits, standing firm, honor yourself, beautifully undone, and intuitive movement. So this is mind, werewolf, shield, prostration, ruin, and dance. There's someone that's exploring their intuition through divination, and it's a problem for someone else or others, or vice versa here. And so this here is like a spiritual battle, or a battle of faith or belief system, where whatever was a beautiful relationship is now being ruined, or relationships being ruined or undone, because someone is standing firm, trying to break habits, or there's issues with breaking habits, or trying to break someone else, or in some way, where due to some trauma that is happening of the mind for someone, or trying to have influence of someone's mind in an energetic or spiritual way in some way, where and this is happening towards someone, or whoever this is towards, or whoever this is happening to is prostrate, where they're just honoring themselves, and perhaps the other or whoever else is involved is honoring themselves, but then there's some sort of clash, because there's a clash where someone is in pursuit of someone else or others that is not even doing anything to them. They're not harming them. They haven't raised a finger, haven't done anything to them, and aren't doing anything to them. They're just exploring their intuition through their divination practices, and it's not being accepted. It's being rejected, and someone is trying to usurp someone's will, beliefs, and practices with their own spiritually. That's crazy. I'm going to stop right there. Those are your messages, Sagittarius. You got work to do, baby. Somebody, or the work needs to stop. Just protect yourself. Cover yourself. Because things are happening in the unseen, or trying to take place in the unseen by someone's efforts. Take care, Sagittarius. Bye.